Hey everyone. Today we're diving into the heartwarming journey of Simon Cowell and his son, Eric. From Simon's tough exterior to the sweet moments with his son, see how Eric's presence has changed his life and sparked new dreams. Plus, catch a glimpse of Eric's own ambitions and what's next for this dynamic duo. Don't miss out, hit subscribe, and join us for this touching and inspiring story. In February 2014, Simon Cowell and his partner, Lauren Silverman, welcomed their son, Eric Philip Cowell, into the world, marking a profound and transformative moment in Cowell's life. Known globally for his tough persona and incisive critiques on shows like American Idol and The X Factor, Cowell's new role as a father revealed a softer, more tender side that many of his fans and colleagues had never seen before. Eric's arrival was nothing short of life-changing for Cowell, who has since spoken openly about how fatherhood has reshaped his perspectives and priorities. Despite his reputation as a formidable judge and a no-nonsense entertainment mogul, Cowell's love for his son is palpable, and it has brought out a new dimension of his character that contrasts sharply with his public persona. Eric's influence on Simon has been strikingly evident. The once seemingly unyielding judge has found himself deeply moved and transformed by his experiences as a father. This shift in Cowell's character has intrigued fans and media alike, revealing an unexpected and heartwarming side to the celebrity. Cowell's interactions with Eric are often filled with genuine affection and playful banter, highlighting a side of him that's both endearing and relatable. In a recent charming exchange, Simon and Eric were seen engaging in a playful interview where Eric took the opportunity to question his father about his daily habits, like what juice he's been drinking. Their banter, with Eric referring to the juice as annoying, showcased a candid and amusing glimpse into their relationship. The sight of them matching in navy outfits further accentuates their close bond and adds a visual charm to their father-son dynamic. Eric has also begun to carve out his own path, showing early signs of creativity and ambition. As he grows, it's clear that he is poised to make his own mark, influenced by the supportive and nurturing environment provided by Simon. The ongoing transformation in their relationship and Eric's budding endeavors offer a fascinating look into their lives. Join us as we delve into this heartwarming story, exploring how Eric's presence has not only brightened Simon Cowell's life, but also set the stage for the young boy's future achievements. Simon Cowell was absolutely elated from the moment he learned he was going to become a father. The news that his fiancée, Lauren Silverman, was pregnant filled Simon with an extraordinary sense of excitement and anticipation. This news was more than just a personal milestone. It was a transformative event in Simon's life, fundamentally changing his outlook and priorities. His joy was palpable and deeply heartfelt, as he expressed in various interviews following the announcement. Simon's excitement was not merely superficial, it was a genuine reflection of his newfound role and responsibilities as a father. The journey to witness the birth of his son, Eric, was dramatic and filled with urgency. While busy with the filming of Britain's Got Talent in London, Simon received an urgent call from Lauren in the midst of his hectic schedule. Demonstrating his unwavering dedication, Simon immediately boarded a flight to New York City. His timing was nothing short of extraordinary. He managed to arrive at the hospital just 2 hours before Eric's birth, a testament to his commitment and love for Lauren and their unborn child. Choosing the name Eric for his son was deeply significant for Simon. The name was a poignant tribute to his late father, who had passed away from a heart attack in 1999. Simon had shared a profound bond with his father, and naming his son Eric was a heartfelt way to honor his memory. This sentimental choice added an extra layer of emotional depth to the arrival of his new son. The early days of parenthood were a delightful mix of joy and humor for Simon and Lauren. Simon candidly joked about the challenges they faced with their newborn, playfully noting that Lauren seemed to cry more than Eric. In a humorous twist, Simon mentioned that he would sometimes give Lauren a pacifier to calm her, a quirky anecdote that highlighted their shared sense of humor. Simon also noted that Eric was relatively easygoing, although the rigorous schedule of feeding every 3 hours occasionally tested Lauren's patience. Simon's light-hearted remarks about their parenting experience reflected the couple's positive and humorous approach to this new chapter in their lives. When Eric was born on February 14, 2014, Simon was eager to share the joyous news with the world. He took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to announce the birth of his healthy and handsome son, marking the occasion with the same enthusiasm and affection that defined his journey into fatherhood. On the same day that Simon Cowell joyfully announced the birth of his son Eric Philip Cowell, he also shared a deeply personal detail about his choice of name. Simon revealed that he named his son Eric in honor of his own father, who had tragically passed away from a heart attack in 1999. This tribute was a poignant and heartfelt gesture, reflecting the profound influence Simon's father had on his life. It was Simon's way of keeping his father's memory alive and incorporating that cherished legacy into his own family. In an interview with People magazine, a spokesperson for Simon elaborated on the kind of father Simon aspired to be. Simon expressed a strong desire to replicate the close, loving relationship he had with his own parents. Family had always been a cornerstone of Simon's life, providing him with immense comfort and happiness throughout his upbringing. His bond with his mother and father had been a source of strength, and he was committed to fostering a similar connection with his son, Eric. This aspiration revealed a softer, more nurturing side of Simon, contrasting with his public persona as a tough, critical television judge. Despite his well-known reputation for being a harsh critic on television, Simon's entry into fatherhood has showcased a markedly softer and more caring dimension of his personality. His transformation into a devoted father has not only affected his relationship with Eric, but also had a ripple effect on his entire family dynamic. The arrival of Eric brought about a significant change in Simon's outlook on life and relationships. Before becoming a father, Simon was famously skeptical about marriage and family life. Back in 2008, during his relationship with Terry Seymour, Simon was adamant that marriage was not for him, especially given the tumultuous nature of show business. His views on commitment and family seemed set in stone, reinforcing his public image as a lifelong bachelor who was reluctant to settle down. However, the birth of his son in 2014 marked a dramatic shift in Simon's perspective. Fast forward to 2021, and the changes in Simon's life were even more pronounced. Having embraced the joys of fatherhood, Simon proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Lauren Silverman. The time they spent together during the pandemic lockdown played a significant role in this transformation. The enforced togetherness allowed Simon to reflect deeply on what mattered most to him. He realized that family was essential and central to his happiness. As Simon told ET, family is everything, underscoring how his once steadfast bachelor lifestyle had evolved into a commitment to family life. As Simon prepared to marry Lauren, he also took on the role of stepfather to her firstborn, Adam Silverman, born in 2006. While Adam is not as publicly known, his relationship with Simon is clearly strong and supportive. In 2018, Adam proudly stood beside Simon during the ceremony where Simon received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, marking a significant milestone in Simon's career. This public display of support highlighted the bond between them and showed that Adam was not just accepting Simon, but embracing him as a positive presence in his life. Moreover, Simon's relationship with Eric extends to his role as a stepfather. Despite the age difference, Eric and Adam have developed a close and affectionate bond. Their relationship is marked by mutual respect and camaraderie, demonstrating that familial connections can flourish in diverse forms. The interactions between Eric and his stepbrother are filled with warmth and affection, reflecting the positive impact Simon's family dynamics have had on his children. In summary, the arrival of Eric and the subsequent changes in Simon Cowell's life reveal a profound transformation. From a once doubtful bachelor to a committed family man, Simon's journey highlights the power of love and family in reshaping one's life. His relationship with Eric, as well as with Adam, underscores the evolving and deepening bonds that define his new role as a father and stepfather. From the moment Eric Philip Cowell and Adam Silverman first met, it was clear that a special bond was forming between them. Despite being half-brothers, their connection was instant and deep, resembling more of a close friendship than a typical sibling relationship. This strong bond was evident in their shared moments and the way they interacted with each other. Family vacations became a canvas for their camaraderie, with one particularly memorable trip to Barbados showcasing their close relationship. Picture this: Eric and Adam both wearing matching swim shorts, laughing and splashing around in the crystal-clear ocean waves. The sight of them enjoying their time together under the sun was a heartwarming testament to their growing friendship. Their connection wasn't limited to glamorous vacations, it extended to everyday activities and simple pleasures. Back home, the two boys spent their time engaging in typical childhood adventures. They enjoyed family picnics on sunny afternoons, where they would run around, play games, and indulge in delicious food. Bike rides through winding paths were another favorite pastime, allowing them to explore and bond in a carefree environment. Sharing stories and experiences during these outings further solidified their relationship, turning ordinary moments into cherished memories. However, their bond was put to the test during a challenging period in Simon Cowell's life. In 2020, Simon experienced a serious accident while riding his electric bike, which led to a significant recovery period. During this time, both Eric and Adam were visibly anxious and worried about Simon's well-being. Their concern for Simon highlighted their deep care for him and underscored how their relationship had become a source of mutual support and emotional strength. The journey to this harmonious relationship wasn't always smooth. When Simon first began dating Lauren Silverman, Adam's mother, their relationship was marred by complications. Adam's father, Andrew Silverman, was reportedly displeased with Simon's involvement in Adam's life. According to various reports, Andrew stipulated in their divorce settlement that Simon must stay away from Adam, with a penalty of $50,000 if he breached this condition. This legal stipulation placed Adam, a young child at the time, in the middle of adult conflicts and created a tense atmosphere around his relationship with Simon. Despite these challenges, the passage of time has seen these difficulties fade into the background. Simon and Adam's relationship has evolved positively, with numerous public appearances highlighting their close bond. A notable example was in 2018 when Adam stood proudly by Simon's side as he received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This moment was not only a significant milestone for Simon, but also a public demonstration of the strong and supportive relationship between him and Adam. As Simon and Lauren's family life has evolved, they split their time between the United States and the United Kingdom. Eric, who attends school in Wimbledon, is frequently seen at family events in the UK. While it is not always clear whether Adam resides with Simon and Lauren in Wimbledon or stays with his father in the US, he is often spotted joining family outings and activities in the UK. One such outing was to the races in Epsom, where Adam appeared to be enjoying a day out with his family, looking happy and content. Navigating this bi-continental lifestyle has not been without its challenges for Simon. Balancing his demanding career with his responsibilities as a father has required significant adjustments. Simon has openly discussed the difficulties of managing his work-life balance, especially given his previously intense work schedule. In an interview with The Sun in 2022, Simon revealed that his life had been 99% work before Eric's arrival. He had grown increasingly dissatisfied with his hectic schedule and the lack of time spent with his family. The birth of Eric prompted a major shift in Simon's priorities. He realized that it was essential to recalibrate his focus, reducing his work hours and dedicating more time to his role as a father. In a 2019 episode of Lorraine, Simon elaborated on how fatherhood had transformed his perspective on life. He shared that becoming a father had helped him let go of the stress and anxieties that once plagued him. Simon explained that fatherhood had instilled in him a sense of purpose beyond work, leading him to live for himself and his son. This transformation was not only beneficial for Simon personally, but also positively impacted his professional life and overall happiness. Kelly Clarkson, the winner of the first season of American Idol, has also observed Simon's growth as a father. On an episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show, she commented on how becoming a dad had revealed a more vulnerable side of Simon. Kelly expressed her belief that fatherhood had made Simon a better person, highlighting the positive changes she had witnessed in him since he became a parent. Simon's journey into fatherhood has brought about several significant changes in his lifestyle and personal habits. One of the most notable transformations has been his approach to smoking. In 2022, Simon shared a heartfelt story with Extra about how Eric played a crucial role in helping him quit smoking. Simon admitted that he used to sneak behind hedges for a few puffs of a cigarette, but Eric's relentless vigilance ensured that Simon was always aware of his unhealthy habit. Eric's watchful eye, although strict, was filled with love and concern. This unwavering support from his son proved effective, leading Simon to significantly cut back on smoking. By 2023, Simon proudly announced to the Mirror that he had finally quit cigarettes altogether. While he still relied on vaping, he believed it was a healthier alternative to smoking. Eric's influence extended beyond smoking cessation. Simon also credited his son with encouraging him to abandon the use of Botox and other cosmetic enhancements. In a significant shift from Hollywood norms, Simon decided to leave behind Botox and face fillers in 2022. Known for his critical eye and public scrutiny, Simon had previously undergone various cosmetic procedures to maintain his appearance. However, he came to a realization that the enhancements were making him look unnatural. This epiphany was reinforced by Eric's reaction when he saw a photo of Simon from the past and laughed at the difference in his appearance. This response was a turning point for Simon, prompting him to stop using cosmetic enhancements and embrace a more natural look. In an interview with The Sun on April 9th, Simon reflected on his cosmetic journey, acknowledging that he had taken the treatments too far. He admitted that seeing himself in a photo from the past and not recognizing his own face was a significant wake-up call. Simon's decision to abandon Botox and face fillers was driven by a desire to return to a more authentic version of himself. He noted that during a phase when cosmetic enhancements were prevalent in Hollywood, he had fallen into the trap of overusing them. Now Simon is focusing on maintaining his health and well-being through natural means, rather than relying on artificial enhancements. In summary, Eric Philip Cowell's presence in Simon Cowell's life has had a profound and multifaceted impact, from strengthening family bonds and reshaping Simon's priorities to influencing his personal habits and appearance. Eric has played a pivotal role in transforming Simon's world. The evolution of their relationship, the challenges they have faced, and the positive changes in Simon's lifestyle all reflect the deep and enduring influence of fatherhood. Through these experiences, Simon has embraced a new chapter in his life, characterized by a balance of work, family, and personal growth. Simon shared his newfound wisdom with a sense of contentment. He shared that perhaps the only good thing about getting older is that you end up collecting a lot of experience, but it's not always about the things you did well. It could also boil down to the things you didn't do well, you see. Simon's history with beauty treatments is quite colorful. He's been candid about the lengths he went to in order to maintain his looks. It seemed like Simon would get very interested in whatever he was reading about new procedures and beauty treatments. He would then want to try them out on himself, thinking they would work. In a 2015 interview with Mirror Online, he recounted some of his more extreme experiences. He once met a girl in LA who would wrap him in tin foil and cling film and then cover him with oils. The whole ritual was meant to be a detox. Simon has also tried a sheep placenta facial, which is a treatment that certainly sounds outlandish now. Simon's focus has shifted from quick fixes to long-term wellness, and his son Eric makes sure he keeps his father in check at all times. By this point, you would think Eric has become more of a stern mentor in Simon's life, but it's actually not just that. Eric, it seems, has also done a great deal in restoring Simon's love for life back. Eric motivated his dad to live with love in a candid moment on the Diary of a CEO. Simon opened up about how Eric became a beacon of hope and renewal after a period of deep sorrow. You see, losing his parents was a heart-wrenching ordeal for Simon and a struggle he described as the most challenging of his life yet. The birth of Eric pulled him from what he called a downward spiral, bringing a new sense of purpose and motivation. When Lauren called Simon to share the news of her pregnancy, it was as if a light had been switched on in his life. Suddenly, Simon found himself with a new focus and a reason to rediscover joy. Eric's arrival was a pivotal moment that helped Simon start to heal from the overwhelming grief he felt after his mother's death in 2015. Above anything else, Simon knows Eric saved him because he had reached a point where nothing else mattered to him in his life. Fatherhood has profoundly altered Simon's perspective. Reflecting on the change, he remarked that he's a very different man now from the one he was 10 years ago. The arrival of Eric brought Simon not just a renewed sense of joy, but also a healthier balance between work and personal life. Part of the reason why that has happened, though, is because Eric was naturally an outdoorsy kid who wanted to do activities all the time. This upland running atmosphere really brought Simon out of his shell. Eric loves the outdoors. In 2023, Simon made a major life change when he swapped the bustling energy of upscale London for the peacefulness of the English countryside, according to a source who spoke to people in July. Simon and his family moved to their new home a few months earlier and were relishing the tranquility of country life. It was a big shift from the bright lights and busy streets of London, but Simon was pleased to embrace a more anonymous life. This move to the countryside gave Simon a fresh perspective on his son, Eric. Speaking to Access Hollywood, Simon couldn't hide his joy as he described how Eric has thrived in their new environment. Simone noted that his son was doing almost the same things as he did when he was growing up. Eric has been climbing trees, playing football, running around, and just being outdoors all the time. Safe to say, the countryside offered Eric endless opportunities to explore and play, and Simon was thrilled to see his son enjoying these outdoor adventures. Now this infectious energy is being passed on to Simon as well. Even though Simon is in his 60s, it's his young son Eric who's keeping him on his toes and in shape. Simon has spoken openly about how fatherhood has given him a new lease on life, one that includes staying active and fit to keep up with his energetic son. In a 2022 interview with The Sun, Simon reflected on the physical demands of fatherhood. He admitted he needed to stay in shape to play football with Eric, because his son was just so full of energy all the time, and Simon wanted to match that energy too. This new perspective on fitness led Simon to embrace a healthier lifestyle. In 2019, he committed to a vegan diet, which was a significant change aimed at boosting his overall health and stamina to better keep up with Eric's activity level. Simon's dedication to his fitness was also evident when he faced a major setback in 2020 when he got a serious back injury from an electric bike accident, despite the pain and the temporary weight gain. Simon was determined to recover swiftly, and he was drawing motivation from his son the entire time. Simon's recovery was a testament to his resilience and commitment to his son. He returned to a balanced diet of lean meats and fresh vegetables, although he admitted missing the occasional indulgence. An example of this is when Eric is ordering pizza for himself, and Simon always wants to take the leap and enjoy a slice himself, but he knows how to keep himself in check. While Eric and Simon have figured out ways to enjoy spending time with each other, there's another venture these two have been working around for some time now, father and son writing a book. Looks like Simon and his son Eric are teaming up for a literary journey that's as imaginative as it is heartwarming. In 2020, the dynamic father-son duo made an exciting announcement by saying that they would be launching a 7-part book series together, all thanks to a deal with Hachette Kids. Simon broke the news on Instagram, and his excitement was palpable. He shared that the book series, titled Wish Fit, would whisk readers away to a magical world brimming with fantastical creatures. These creatures are no ordinary animals. They are extraordinary hybrids, each with their own unique quirks. Imagine a dog and a cat combined into a DT, or a hippo, and a kangaroo morphed into a hippo. Let's not forget the chimpanoo, a delightful mix of chimpane and poodle. The Wishfits, as they're called, are not just fantastical, they're the product of Eric's love for animals and the family's shared imagination. The journey to creating this book series has been a truly special one for Simon and Eric. Simon has described the process as magical, which is a clear indicator of how this creative venture has deepened their bond. The idea for the series sprang from their playful musings about the most unusual imaginary pets they could dream up, encouraged by a friend to bring these whimsical creations to life. Simon and Eric decided to share their creation with the world and give back to those in need. The heartwarming twist here is that Simon and Eric plan to donate a portion of the proceeds from their book series to charity. Their chosen causes are Shooting Star Children's Hospices and Together for Short Lives, which are two organizations dedicated to supporting children with life-limiting conditions. Now, as much as Eric has grown up to be a considerate boy who loved giving back to others, he's also busy enjoying the lush life. Eric became the world's youngest Soho House member. It's quite natural. Eric's life is a tapestry woven with luxury and unique privileges thanks to his famous father Simon. In a remarkable twist of fate, though, Eric earned a coveted spot in one of the most exclusive circles before he could even tie his own shoes. By 2018, he had become the youngest member ever to join the famed Soho House, a private club and hotel chain where celebrities like Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and Kate Moss mingle. The reason why this is such a big deal is because Soho House is more than just a place to stay. It's a playground for the rich and famous, and it offers them a private retreat from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The club provides an array of high-end amenities and exclusive spaces where members can relax and socialize away from the prying eyes of the public for a membership fee of $1,000. Simon Cowell ensured that Eric had access to any Soho House location around the world. Now, the story of how Eric became a member is as charming as it is practical. During a particularly scorching heatwave, little Eric had his heart set on a refreshing swim, but Simon was tied up with filming commitments, and Eric's mum wasn't available at that moment. To solve the problem and ensure Eric could enjoy a splash in the pool, Simon decided to get him a Soho House membership. An insider revealed that it was a practical choice. According to Simon, considering how close Simon and Eric are to each other, it didn't come as a surprise to many people when they realized Eric also had the qualities of a good judge in him. Could Eric follow his father's footsteps as a judge? It's clear Eric might be following in his father's footsteps more closely than anyone anticipated. In 2023, the young lad joined Simon on the red carpet of America's Got Talent Season 18, where the pair posed with the season's winner, Adrian Stoiker, and his talented border collie Hurricane. Simon couldn't help but boast about Eric's sharp instincts. It was also clear that Eric, a devoted fan of the show, had a keen eye for talent. Simon reminisced about Eric's early days on the Got Talent set, recalling how he used to bring his son along even when he was just a baby at the time. Simon would always fear that his son might not end up liking his job, but what ended up happening was the complete opposite. Simon's heart swelled with pride at the thought of Eric sharing his passion for the show, and he seemed to relish the idea that his son might one day join him on the judging panel. On top of that, Simon's playful vision of the future was evident in an Instagram post he shared in April 2024. The photo showed Simon, Eric and another boy sitting in Simon's AGT judging seat with a caption that read, "Meet the new judges of Got Talent 2033. It was a charming glimpse into Simon's hopes for his son's future, imagining a time when Eric might take over his role and carry on the family tradition. While this aspect of the father-son relationship seems to be going well, though Simon has stated that he wouldn't want to be a judge on the show if Eric ever decides to audition. Simon's concern over Eric's auditioning, the prospect of Eric Cowell stepping into the spotlight as a contestant on America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, is both exciting and a bit nerve-wracking for his dad Simon. In 2023, Simon revealed to ET that Eric had set his sights on trying out for the series. He's now decided he's going to do Britain's Got Talent. Simon shared with a mixture of pride and concern. Simon believes Eric wants to be in a rock band since he's already a big fan of the genre, and his favorite band is Green Day. As of late, Erie's newfound passion for drumming has caught Simon's eye, and he's impressed by how naturally his son takes to it, despite his son's talent. Though Simon isn't exactly thrilled about the idea of Eric auditioning, he confessed that watching his son compete would be total torture with a chuckle. Simon added that out of all the things he's ever done, judging his own son's drumming will be the hardest of them all. It's clear that while Simon supports Eric's dreams, the thought of seeing him perform on such a public stage brings a new level of anxiety, just weeks after his interview with ET. Simon shared his thoughts with people, revealing that he actually prefers Eric not to audition for any of the Got Talent shows. This isn't because Simon doubts Eric's abilities, it's actually quite the opposite. He believes that if Eric truly has the talent, it's better to avoid the pressures and scrutiny of competition. Simon also made it clear that if Eric did decide to compete, he wouldn't be joining him on stage. His support would be more about cheering from the sidelines rather than sharing the spotlight. While that is well and good, there's more to Eric's rock star aspirations than many people actually know about. Eric's rock star aspirations with Simon Cowell as his father. It's no surprise that Eric has dreams as big as the stage itself. From a young age, Eric has shown a keen interest in rock music, and his passion is not just a fleeting childhood fantasy, it's a serious ambition. The young rock enthusiast has a particular love for Green Day, and it's clear that his musical aspirations are taking shape. Early. To support Eric's budding talent, Simon has been right there with him, investing in a drum kit and lessons to hone his skills. At the same time, Eric isn't just soaking up the music, he's also picking up a bit of his father's talent scouting prowess in 2023. Simon proudly recounted how Eric accurately predicted the winner of that year's America's Got Talent. He really called it. Simon gushed to Access Hollywood, watching Eric's excitement as the results were announced. Simon couldn't help but be impressed by his son's intuitive grasp of the show. It's not just Eric's judging and drumming skills that are catching everyone's attention, though turns out he also knows how to work the red carpet like a star, rocking the red carpet with style. While Simon and Lorne usually keep their son out of the limelight, he's no stranger to the red carpet when it comes to supporting his famous dad. In September 2022, Eric stepped out in style for the America's Got Talent Season 17 finale, sporting a smart blue polo shirt, jeans and Nike sneakers. His poised appearance alongside his parents was a testament to his ease and confidence in the spotlight. From a young age, Eric has been irregular at his father's shows. Simon has always cherished these moments, especially seeing Eric's reactions during the live tapings. He's a great barometer. Simon shared with People in September 2023 that his son is a great barometer when he's up on his seat and looking like he's having a good time. That's when Simon knows it's a good show. Eric's red carpet experiences have also introduced him to other celebrity kids in April. In a recent interview with the UK's Woman magazine in 2024, Simon Cowell shared a delightful anecdote about his young son, Eric. The magazine revealed that Eric had a playdate with Bear, the son of singer Cheryl, and her former partner, Liam Payne. This moment not only highlights the charming and close-knit nature of celebrity families, but also underscores Eric's growing presence in the glittering world of showbiz. From a tender age, Eric is being introduced to a circle of young stars and influential figures, which indicates that he's becoming accustomed to the high-profile lifestyle that accompanies his father's career. Eric's natural charm and ease in navigating star-studded events, including red carpets and exclusive gatherings, are strikingly evident. These early experiences suggest that Eric is not just a passive participant in this glamorous world, but is on his way to becoming a seasoned figure in the entertainment industry, much like his father. His comfort and poise in these settings reflect a level of confidence and grace that is rare in someone so young. This ability to handle the pressures and expectations of high-profile events speaks volumes about the supportive environment in which Eric is growing up. Despite their close relationship and the apparent ease with which they move through the world of fame, Simon Cowell has expressed a strong desire for his son to forge his own path when it comes to his career and future success. Simon's philosophy about inheritance and the legacy he wishes to leave behind is both unconventional and thought-provoking. In the realm of A-list celebrities, it is not uncommon to encounter the notion that their considerable fortunes will be passed down to their children. However, Simon's perspective stands out for its divergence from this typical practice. With a reported net worth of around $600 million, Simon Cowell has made it clear that he does not intend for his substantial wealth to be automatically transferred to his son, Eric. This approach is rooted in Simon's belief that true legacy is not about the mere transfer of financial resources, but rather about imparting values and opportunities. Back in 2013, as Lauren Silverman was expecting Eric, Simon shared his thoughts on the matter with Esquire. He candidly stated that he was not inclined to leave his money directly to his child. Instead, Simon mused that his wealth might be allocated to charitable causes, or perhaps even to a pet, rather than simply handed down to his own offspring. Simon's perspective is deeply influenced by his belief that wealth should not be a given, but earned. He envisions a legacy where the focus is on providing people with the opportunities to succeed through their own efforts, rather than resting on the laurels of inherited riches. According to Simon, a meaningful legacy is built by giving people the chance to excel and by imparting the lessons and knowledge one has accumulated over a lifetime. He values the process of teaching and mentoring over the act of passing down financial assets. This philosophy might seem surprising, especially in an industry where generational wealth often plays a significant role. However, Simon's stance reflects a desire for Eric to understand and appreciate the value of hard work and perseverance. While Eric's lifestyle is undoubtedly comfortable and privileged, enjoying the benefits of his father's success, Simon is determined to ensure that his son does not become complacent or overly reliant on inherited wealth. Instead, Simon aims to cultivate a strong work ethic and encourage Eric to achieve success based on his own merits. Despite his intention not to provide Eric with a financial safety net, Simon's approach does not mean that Eric is deprived of the luxuries and privileges that come with being the son of a high-profile celebrity. Rather, it means that Eric will experience a life of comfort and privilege while being guided to understand the importance of earning and achieving on his own terms. This nuanced approach to parenting and legacy reflects Simon Cowell's deep-seated values and his commitment to preparing his son for a future where success is determined by individual effort and resilience, rather than inherited fortune. When it comes to celebrating Eric's birthdays, Simon and Lauren Silverman spare no expense for Eric's third birthday. The Cowell family went all out with a dinosaur-themed bash at the opulent Mandarin Oriental Hotel in London. It's reported that the celebration cost around £10,000, which showcased just how special Simon and Lauren wanted Eric's day to be, but that was just the beginning. When Eric turned 5, Simon reportedly upped the ante with the Greatest Showman-themed extravaganza that set him back about £30,000. The grandeur of these parties reflects Simon's desire to make each birthday memorable and lavish for his son. Simon's approach to parenting doesn't end with extravagant celebrations, though it also extends to his views on Eric's education. In a 2019 interview with NBC, Simon candidly shared his perspective on schooling. He reflected on his own school experience, admitting that he didn't find it particularly beneficial. He claimed that he was better off out of school than in it. He wasn't advocating for Eric to follow his exact path, but Simon emphasized a balanced approach to education the way he sees it. A healthy, happy kid is more important than an overeducated, stressed kid. As Simon navigates parenthood with Eric now, he's also started wondering about something else. Looks like this dad might be interested in having another baby. Could Eric be getting a sibling soon? Becoming a parent marked the beginning of a profound and unexpected emotional journey for Simon Cowell, a chapter he had not anticipated, but which profoundly reshaped his understanding of love. In a candid 2022 interview with The Sun, Simon shared an intimate and poignant reflection on how fatherhood transformed his life. Following the deaths of his own parents, Simon had grappled with the belief that he would never again experience the deep, unconditional love that he had once known. However, the arrival of his son, Eric, brought a new dimension of affection that Simon hadn't anticipated. This fresh wave of love, which he described as more intense and encompassing than any he had previously felt, became a cornerstone of his emotional landscape. Simon's revelations about fatherhood revealed a sense of fulfillment and joy that he hadn't expected. The intensity of this newfound love was both surprising and overwhelming, eclipsing even his prior experiences with love. It was this profound joy and the deep bond he shared with his son that led Simon to consider the possibility of expanding his family further. In April 2023, he confided in The Sun about his thoughts on potentially having more children. While he acknowledged these musings, he was quick to clarify that he and his fiancée, Lauren Silverman, were not actively pursuing plans to grow their family at that moment. Simon reflected on the possibility that Eric might one day wish for a younger sibling, a consideration that naturally arises for many parents. Despite this, Simon emphasized his contentment with the family he had built and the joy he derived from his role as a father. As Eric has grown, it has become increasingly evident how much he resembles his father. Although photos of Eric are rarely shared on social media, Simon recently posted a picture of his son, and the striking similarity between them was impossible to ignore. The resemblance was so pronounced that it captured the attention and admiration of many, highlighting the remarkable connection between father and son. In April 2024, Simon Cowell found himself enveloped in a cocoon of familial warmth and festive joy during the Easter celebrations, an occasion that brimmed with love, laughter, and the making of cherished memories. The day was particularly special as Simon, now 64 years old, stood surrounded by his close family, basking in the radiant glow of togetherness. His fiancée, Lauren Silverman, and their 10-year-old son, Eric, were by his side, and the trio's bond was palpable. As Simon observed his growing son, he couldn't help but marvel at how Eric, with each passing day, increasingly mirrored his own features. The resemblance between father and son was striking, turning Eric into a miniature version of the renowned TV personality and adding a layer of endearing familiarity to the day's celebrations. This Easter wasn't just a festival of spring, it was a poignant reminder of the strong familial ties and the unique connection between Simon and his look-alike son. The joy of the day was further amplified by the presence of Lauren's older son, Adam, now 18. The gathering felt like a heartwarming reunion where both boys, Eric and Adam, reveled in the company of their extended family, creating a vibrant and cohesive blend of relationships. The family dynamics were further enriched by the arrival of Simon's former partner, Terry Seymour, who attended the event with her current partner, Clark Malden, and their delightful 10-year-old daughter, Coco. Terry, a well-known entertainment reporter with a reputation for her engaging personality, added an extra layer of charm to the occasion. Her mother, Margaret Seymour, was also present, bringing a touch of generational continuity and adding depth to the gathering. The presence of these familiar faces created a tapestry of connections that reflected a deep-seated warmth and mutual respect, highlighting the enduring bonds of friendship and family that have stood the test of time. The Easter celebration was further enhanced by the playful energy of Simon's colleague from Britain's Got Talent, Bruno Tonioli. Bruno's exuberant and whimsical personality was a perfect complement to the festive atmosphere. His lively presence was marked by a colourful and playful outfit, complete with bunny ears and bright blue joggers, that added a fun and light-hearted touch to the proceedings. His outfit was not just a costume, but a reflection of his infectious spirit, bringing a sense of joy and spontaneity to the family gathering. A vibrant snapshot of the day, shared by entertainment reporter Terry Seymour, captured the essence of the celebration in a beautifully manicured garden. The lush greenery and blooming flowers provided a picturesque backdrop that accentuated the genuine happiness and warmth of the moment. Simon stood at the heart of this idyllic scene, his face illuminated by a broad and genuine smile that spoke volumes about his contentment and joy. His fiancée, Lauren Silverman, looked radiant in a flowing white floral dress that gracefully billowed in the spring breeze. The contrast between her elegant attire and the verdant surroundings highlighted her refined charm and added a touch of sophistication to the festive ambience. As Simon, Lauren, Eric and Adam mingled with friends and family amidst the beauty of the garden, it was clear that this Easter was more than just a celebration. It was a testament to the enduring connections and the simple pleasures of shared moments with loved ones. The day was a vivid reminder of the beauty of family bonds and the joy that comes from celebrating life's special occasions together. Their sons, Eric and Adam, contributed to the relaxed and casual atmosphere of the day. Eric, now a lively 10-year-old, and Adam, Lauren's older son, both chose to wear dark t-shirts and jeans, blending seamlessly into the laid-back vibe of the Easter celebration. Their casual attire reflected the comfortable and informal nature of the gathering, emphasizing a sense of togetherness and familial ease. Bruno Tonioli, ever the showman, added a playful twist to the scene. Adorned with whimsical bunny ears and bright blue joggers, he embodied the spirit of fun and light-heartedness that characterized the day. His vibrant outfit and infectious energy brought an extra layer of merriment to the family portrait, highlighting his knack for infusing joy into every occasion. Despite having ended their romantic relationship, Simon Cowell and Terry Seymour have maintained a warm and amicable friendship over the years. Terry, a prominent entertainment reporter known for her engaging personality and keen insight into the world of showbiz, has continued to share glimpses of their enduring connection with the public. This Easter, Terry took to Instagram to document the joyous event, capturing candid moments of laughter and togetherness. Her post was affectionately captioned, "Easter with my favorite bunnies," a nod to the playful and affectionate atmosphere that pervaded the day. The gathering was further enriched by the presence of Terry Seymour's partner, Clark Malden, and their charming daughter, Coco. Additionally, Terry's mother, Margaret Seymour, joined the celebration, adding to the layers of love and connection that defined the day. The blend of familiar faces and cherished friends created a rich tapestry of relationships, underscoring the importance of family and friendship in Simon's life. Reflecting on the day and his role as a father, Simon Cowell has often spoken about the profound impact parenthood has had on his life. The arrival of Eric marked a significant turning point for Simon, filling a void left by the loss of his own parents. Becoming a father brought a new sense of purpose and fulfillment that Simon had not anticipated, but deeply values. The love and joy he experiences through his relationship with Eric are central to his happiness and personal contentment. As he stood amidst his blended family on that Easter day, surrounded by the people who mean the most to him, it was evident that fatherhood has transformed Simon's life in meaningful and enduring ways. Thanks for joining us in exploring this heartwarming family moment. We'll see you in the next one, where we continue to share stories of joy, love, and the vibrant lives of those who inspire us.